Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kindy Rockstars. This is the show that gives you the stories behind the songs from some of the best bands and singers that are making fun, informative, educational, catchy, and occasionally silly songs for children and families. I'm your host, Patrick Adams, and each episode of Kindy Rockstars will feature an artist and a featured song. So let's get to this week's show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kindy Rockstars. I am delighted tonight to be joined by Wendy and DB. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So today is an album feature, and we're going to be talking about their album, Into the Little Blue House. But before we do that, let's learn a little bit about you both and how you came together as a group, how you got into Kindy music.
Oh, boy. Okay, I'll start, DB, and then you pick it up. How's that?
Okay, all right, that's good.
So we used to do R&B together, and we actually were working in different bands together, and that's how we met. So we had started in the adult world. Then one day, I realized that I thought that instead of just toying around with the Kindy music world, I would actually make an album. And it was a mom that said, hey, why don't you do an album? And so I had the idea that maybe that's what I should do. Naturally, I turned to my friend DB and
Yeah, and then what happened next was kind of interesting because what we did was, like I said, well, people don't know, but I taught school for 32 years. I was a junior high, elementary school band director and classroom music teacher. I taught choir too. And so I got assigned because they made a teaching change in our district. I got assigned to teaching the kids K to 3. Oh, wow. And so I started doing music K to 3. This is the first time in my career taught K to 3. They're okay, this will be interesting. And I started doing it. And then one day, Wendy gives me a call and she says, you know, I'm beginning to write some children's songs. And I said, no, that's interesting because I've been doing the same thing at my school. I said, I'm not just doing these children's songs that I already know, but I'm also beginning to write some things on my own, things I've been inspired by my own students. So I said, well, why don't we just get together and write an album together? And so that's what we did. And so from that, Pocket Seasons, Rhymes, and Reasons came along. And that's kind of like where we started. And that's how we got started in Kindy music.
That was 2013, Patrick. That was 2013.
Wow.
And actually, I had done an adult album, so I wasn't sure I wanted to make that transition into the children. That's where my hesitation. I mean, I had been working with kids for over 15 years, and I, love the early childhood. I never had early childhood training, but some people have said, hey, you seem like an early childhood teacher. It's just a natural thing for me with the kids. And then I looked at DB and I was like, when I had known that he had been given kindergarten and first grade, and I thought, wow, he'd be a perfect partner if he wants to do it. And he said yes, and we've been having fun ever since.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what's the dynamic of your group?
Oh boy.
That's kind of an interesting one because we're similar in terms musically. Musically, we're very similar in a lot of ways. We have a lot of similar likes. Our personalities, though, are quite different in some ways. But we make it work. Sometimes you can go one way in the personality and another person goes another way, but there's something that pulls it all together. And I think our love of music in general, plus our love of Kindy music has really pulled us together. So we still stretch and moan a little bit every now and then, but we work together. We work together
We're
really
like
well.
family. We're like family now.
Yeah.
But he used to call me the Energizer Bunny. I mean, he said that a couple times. Um, I'm the one that's jumping with the kids and really being crazy. Yeah, I'm the crazy one.
All right. So you've been at this for 9 years. How many total albums have you done together?
DB, is
Well,
this our fifth?
that is number 5.
It's our fifth.
Yeah.
Now, do each of them have like a theme or something like that?
Yeah. Well, we give 10% of the proceeds of each album to somebody, some organization, some not-for-profit. We had Home Earth was given to Jane Goodall's Roots and Shoots. Let's see, the first album, we gave some to A Better Life for Kids, which is, they work with kids in Ghana, Africa, helping orphans. Let's see, what are some of the other ones, DB? Can you think?
Well, we did VH1 Save the Music.
Oh, that was our first one. VH1
Right.
Save the Music out of New York we gave and now we're giving it to the Pine Top Perkins?
Pine Top Perkins Foundation.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, they all have children's programs, so they all of these organizations. But like Home Earth was environmentally based album. It's a Doodah Day was just a happy album. It has a picture of us with some flamingos, and
Right.
it was just a Doodah Day album. And then Home Earth was our Earth album.
Yes. The environmental album.
Hey Big World was released during the pandemic. Which ironically had Kitchen Band, which was like about having a band in your kitchen, and a song called Home. It all just was purely by accident. And Hey Big World was purely, we didn't know a pandemic was coming,
Yeah. So DB, what was it like going from teaching older kids to younger kids? That had to be quite a transition.
Oh, that was a true transition. That I had to learn how to change my lingo, my vocabulary. I had to make things even simpler. I always tried to make things simple, even for the kids in 7th and 8th grade. But I really had to simplify the way I taught music when I went to the little kids. I had to change a lot of the words I used to say. I had to make them simpler words, more action oriented. With the older kids, you didn't have to have to do much action. Whereas with the young kids, you had to do more demonstrating. You had to do, more like a little show, really, almost. And you had to go that way with them. And that worked with the kids I was working with at that time. That really, really worked well for them. So I was able to distinguish. I had to, like I said, change my style of teaching a little bit, but I was able to do it in a way that made it a lot more interesting and fun for the younger kids, while I was able to stay, pretty straightforward with the older kids.
Yeah. Well, it's great. And it propelled you into this partnership with Wendy. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's talk about your new album. So it's called Into the Little Blue House. And, I listened to some of the songs, definite blues theme here. So talk about the album as a whole and, what kind of inspired it. What made you go with the themes that you did, and how was it, pulling it all together?
When do you start that one?
All right. Well, first of all, let me say that DB loves the blues. If he could, he'd be hanging out at the blues clubs and listening to blues all the time. He loves blues, and we're in Chicago. So I started thinking, hey, here we are, a Kindy, music group. We're in Chicago. What should we deliver next at this point? And I was like, and I wanted to do something I really wanted to do something different. So I came to DB and I said, hey, what do you think about doing a blues album for kids? And he was like, wow, I think that's a great idea. I mean, and he was actually already talking about it. So we came together. We sometimes we have the same, it's hard for us to figure out who had the idea first, because we kind of both had the idea at the same time. That's what happens, I think, with a lot of groups that work together. And, it was, we started thinking about it, and I was like, I was ready to make a change, just do something completely different. So we left the studio we were working at. We changed, we wanted a different producer, everything new, including musicians. And we decided to make an authentic blues album. And I spoke to Justin Roberts, and he recommended Michael Freeman. I was kind of talking around, and Michael Freeman is a Grammy award-winning producer, so we could not go wrong, and he's right here in Chicago. We made suggestions of players, but he also brought some people in, and it was just it's a lovely relationship we have with Michael.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's really good, because being that Chicago is the world capital of the blues, all the great blues players live here. Most of them live here. Mm-hmm. There are a few in the South, but most of the really great blues players live here. And of course, they all come through here, no matter what part of the country they live in. They all want to come here and perform sometime or another during the year. So we said we have this wonderful group of musicians here that play this style 5 or 6 nights a week. Let's make sure we do a blues album. Let's get them to play on this album. Let's don't play around. Let's just get them to play on this album. And through our connection with Michael Freeman, the producer, we were able to secure and get a lot of these really great players who play every night in the clubs here in Chicago.
That's excellent. All right. Well, we're going to be spotlighting 5 of the songs from this album. So let's kick it off with Little Blue House. So tell us the story behind this song and what inspired it.
Okay, Wendy, that's you.
Okay, all right. So I write most of the lyrics for the group. DB inspires many of the lyrics because sometimes he's a little more spontaneous. This song was a very interesting song for us because this is the first song we've written not together. So ironically, we live in the same town, so we usually get together. But this one, we were both busy. For some reason, it wasn't happening. And I was like, okay, so he sent me stuff, I wrote some stuff, then I said I need a bridge, and we just pulled it together. But I really love this song, and it's kind of like it came together differently than anything else. But to me, the song is really about it's metaphor. It's a metaphor to me. Blues is a feeling, blues is also a feeling. So it's this house where we all live in. It could be the planet Earth house, it could be the house the world we wish we had. Sometimes lately it feels like we want maybe a different world than what we have. We are like all holding our heads, like, really, is this going on? That it's hope, it's all of that in a blues format, in a blues song. And DB would, he played guitar on this one. He didn't play he only played on 2 tracks, right, DB?
Right.
But this one felt real natural to me, writing it, everything, it just spilled out. And also it was easy to remember. I never had any problems with sometimes, even though I write the lyrics, I can't always remember them. But this one, it just like, boom, I had it, which is pretty good for me. It's always a good moment when I have it like that. But also when we do it out live, we've been doing it live, and it's a lot of fun with the kids because we're building the house, and I put the roof over our heads, and I love to like get the imagery going, along with the words. It's half the fun.
All right. Well, let's check it out. Here is Little Blue House by Wendy and DB.
Welcome sign at the door, all accepted. Come explore a world built from love, real as it seems. Just imagine a place of your dreams. Roar like a lion whose friend is a mouse. All live together in the little blue house.
Hand in hand, built with pride. Honesty starts on the inside. Bring your hammer, drill and saw. Foundation laid, now dream and draw. Built from the bottom, cornerstone. Where love is planted, love is grown. The house stands for the greater good. Vessel of joy in the neighborhood.
Can't build those walls sky high. For a better world, diversify.
One door closes, another will open. Feel what you feel, everyone's hoping to let in the light, see wrong from right. Do unto others, try not to fight. In this house, no one struggles alone. Where love is planted, love is grown.
In the little blue house, we talk when we fight.
Bad feelings like mold can grow overnight.
So we talk and we listen some more.
We're not always right, but we're good at our core. Learn to express the feelings we own. Where love is planted, love is grown. Where love is planted, love is grown. Where love is planted, love is grown. Step into the
little blue house.
And that was Little Blue House. All right, the next song we're going to talk about is called Going to the City. So tell us a little bit about this one.
Okay, this one. This was probably the first song we really worked on, that we really wrote. She got this one going, and she said, I need something that gives me a train feeling. And I had been working on something, actually working on a song for something that I wanted to do separately. And I, you know what? This will really work with this. And so I brought this train feeling, this kind of train drive with it in the guitar. And she's like, yeah, this will work. And we're like, so what we talk about in this song, here's this person going to the city on the elevated train. The elevated, of course, Chicago, we have the subway and the elevated train. And people ride them every day to work, to have fun, whatever. And so we said, this will be fun, for a group of people or some kids to go on this train and take a trip into the city on all the different trains. And in Chicago, all of the trains are different colors. So we have the red, blue, pink, brown, purple line, yellow line, all of them. And we try to, I think we mentioned all of them in this song. And then we also mentioned some other train lines too in other cities too. But it's a really good idea for this, say, going to the city. It's got a great groove to it. And, her lyrics on this were just right on point.
Well, and also Kenny Beady-Eyed Smith. He helped with the lyrics, so he co-wrote this with us, lyric wise. I'm not sure, did he contribute to the music or not? I don't know, but he was a part of the lyric, and so yes, he's a co-writer on this as well. And he's the groove meister, so he's the drummer, so he was a perfect one to be in cahoots with us on this one.
Awesome. All right, well, let's get on the train and check this one out. Here is Going to the City, Wendy and DB.
Going to the city, gonna take a train, got a ticket downtown on a beautiful day. Get to the station, I'm doing just fine till I see that color-coded train line. Map on the wall, giving me clues, rainbow colors, what line do I choose? They come in red, purple, pink, yellow, green, orange, brown, blue. What do I do?
We're going to the city, first time on a train. Going to the city, now I hope it doesn't rain. Stand on the platform, only seeing these. Looking down the track, hold me, mama, please. See the train a-coming, squealing of the brake. Purple Line Express, making the platform shake.
Red and purple go straight downtown. Blue, brown, and yellow circle all around. Orange, pink, and green heading south and west. Purple Line is the express.
Yeah, I hear the train a-coming, rumbling down the track with a whoo-whoo whistle, clickety-clack. Trains are coming, I can hardly see. So many folks standing right in front of me. In the railway station, a romp-a-clack, keeping it safe, everybody stepping back.
They ride MBTA. Chicago, we got the CTA. DC Metro, take it all the way.
I'm going to the city on the elevated train. How about the street now?
Let me just explain. When it goes downtown, it's going underground. Flashing lights, squealing sounds, it takes a turn and then it stops. Bells ring, doors open, people out, people in, bells ring, door closes, and then we start again. We're going to the city, gonna take a train, going to the city, no need to refrain. Conductor shouts,
next stop downtown, watch your step as you turn around. Engineer whistles, train pulls away, woo-woo, on a blue sky day.
And that was Going to the City. All right, our next song is called Women of the Blues. So talk a little bit about this one.
All right, I got this, DB.
All
Because
right.
I had the pleasure of, in my investigations, because was, like I said earlier, I was talking to people about what I wanted to do. A lot of talking, before I found people, and I heard about this young lady named Ivy Ford. And she's an up and coming rising star in the blues community. She's young. I don't know how old she is, but she's young. She's not a teenager, but she is amazing. She plays the guitar and she sings. And Michael was like, you know what? You should write the song with Ivy. So this is going to sound really crazy, but this is how I get my inspiration from nature. I was looking at a picture that somebody posted of an owl in their backyard, and I just started singing, "Who are the women of the blues?" And I'm like, and that whole chorus basically laid itself out to me, and I was like, because it was like, who, it was the owl. So, and then I was wanting to make it this wise old owl song, but it never became the wise old owl song, but it's still that moment of how I discovered this, the hook there. And then Ivy took it the rest of the way. I mean, we started working together. She plays the piano, but she plays the guitar on this, but she, she's capable of everything. And then she did not play on this track, but she sang with me on it. It was just a lot of fun to do with her. She's
Excellent.
amazing.
All right, well, let's check it out. Or DB, do you have something?
Oh no, I'm good. She took that perfectly.
All right. Well, here we go. Women of the Blues, Wendy and DB.
Tell me, who are the women of the blues? Tell me, what are their names? Tell me how they made history. Blues will never be the same. Tell me, who are the women of the blues? Tell me, what are their names? Tell me how they made history. Blues will never be the same. Bessie Smith's friend and biggest mentor, mother of the blues, and the Empress paved the way for ladies everywhere to sing and play.
Some folks think only boys can play guitar.
But that's just not true.
Well, there was Memphis Minnie and Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Well, Minnie was ahead of her time. Rosetta showed us how to shine when she sang this little light of mine.
Tell me who are the women of the blues. Tell me what are their names.
What are their names?
Tell me how they made history. Blues will never be the same.
In Chicago, Coco was the queen. Bonnie and her slide guitar, well, it really made that scene.
Marsha's boogie piano, the gal can really sing. 1, 2, 3, do, re, mi, you know what I mean.
Let's not forget about the she and they, all the fine musicians of today.
Her story's fun to explore. You'll find so much more when the ladies of the past open the door. Tell me who are the women of the blues. Tell me what are their names. Tell me how they made her story. Blues will never be the same. Tell me who are the women of the blues. Tell me what are their names. Tell me how they made her story. Blues will never be the same.
Next one, Peanut Butter Blues Jam. A lot going on with that title.
This is what happens, Patrick. We have a crazy thing that happens, and what happens is that I was like, oh, I need a peanut butter song, and then we had the band in, we were rehearsing what we were going to do, and I said, hey guys, just give me let's do something together. So I was like, I'm constantly trying to find some creativity out of other people too and see what they come up with. I don't think I have the answers all the time, which is great. I mean, it actually leaves a lot of room for creativity, so they started playing this jam and I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Plus I wanted something a little bit different on the album. And so that's what happened there.
Yeah, it was great. It was just organic in the studio. Just said, let's see what you come up with. And they came up with a really good riff, came up with some good harmonic structure there, and it just worked really well. It became a lot of fun. Wendy put some really interesting lyrics to this one. We get a little bit of history. We talk about the peanut butter. We talk about the people who created the peanut butter. And then we talk about a few other people who had things involved with peanut butter. So it's a truly peanut butter blues jam.
I learned a lot listening to this song.
And my favorite part is stop, wait, that, I think having a couple of things like that, to me also, when you listen to a blues album, sometimes it gets I don't want to diss blues, but I didn't want it to be the normal blues album where it's just, go along, because we have kids involved. We want to have fun, right? Mm-hmm. So we have some fun things happening.
All right, well, let's check out this fun song. Here it is, Peanut Butter Blues Jam.
The Spanish took peanuts to Africa. Africans brought them west, thinking they had a soul. Please put more peanuts in my bowl. one shell in the dirt. Eat 'em up,
Eat 'em up.
for an energy spurt.
George Washington Carver, a curious man, found over 300 uses, said grow peanuts across this land. Here's a fact you never guess. They are not nuts,
Not nuts,
but beans nevertheless.
beets.
They pack a protein punch, so grind yourself a bunch. Peanut butter blues jam, peanut butter blues jam. A real peanut farmer named Jimmy Carter was president of the United States. Now you can get your peanut butter today. In West Africa, it's peanut butter soup. Ground nuts in London. Pip, pip, tally ho! Stop! Wait! What? Hey, some kids can't eat peanut butter.
Well, they don't have to eat the song.
You can't eat a song.
So if you're allergic to peanuts, do not eat peanut butter.
But you can sing and dance.
Melvin, give me that bass guitar. If it sticks to the roof of your mouth, it will melt with time. Try it on some bread with the jam you spread on an apple or a spoon. Straight from the jar with a celery stick, right there on your fingertip. A lickety-lick, lick, lick.
Lickety lick, lick, lick.
They pack the protein punch, so grind yourself a bunch. Peanut butter blues jam, peanut butter blues jam, peanut butter blues jam, peanut butter blues jam.
Take 2 slices of bread, peanut butter and spread.
Peanut butter blues jam, peanut butter blues jam.
They pack a protein punch,
So grind yourself a bunch. Peanut butter blues jam, peanut butter blues jam.
I like peanut butter with jelly. Lots of jelly.
All right. Our last featured song here is called Gonna Dance Out the Blues. So tell us about this one.
It started out, this song started out kind of like as a rock and roll song. I was just playing a riff. I was playing a riff, my guitar. I'm just playing a riff. I'm like, oh yeah, do, 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 do. I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. And we started it as a rock and roll song. And so we just played it straight, more like a 1950s rock and roll song. And then we get to the studio and our producer says, you know what? That's good, but we got to put a shuffle in it. This is the blues. We got to put a shuffle in that. So let's change it. Let's get rid of the rock rhythm and let's go to a shuffle rhythm. And we went to the shuffle rhythm and it just all came together. And like I said, once again, Wendy again marvels us with some really good lyrics on this one. And it just works. We're gonna dance out the blues. You can move your hands, put your hand on your head, your feet, your shoulders. It just works. And a lot of times we do this with the kids. Wendy's modeling what she wants them to do. And the kids are going to hands in the head, the shoulders, clapping your hands, touch your knees. It's all there. It's all there. And it's just fun. It's just a really fun, bluesy kids song. It really is.
But who brought it home for us was the very well-known harmonica player here in Chicago named
Yes.
He's amazing. The man has a holster for his harmonicas, which I thought was I was so impressed. I take pictures of the holster. I'm like, okay, you're like a gunslinger. What is this? I was fascinated. Okay, but he's actually a very down-to-earth guy and a lot of fun to work with.
All right. Well, let's check this one out. Here it is. Gonna Dance Out the Blues by Wendy and DB.
Leave your hat at the door. Feel your feet on the floor. Move your fingers, then your hands. Roll your arms, chest expands. Everybody gonna dance out the blues.
Tap your head, shoulders, knees. Go on, move as you please. Think you know what to do. Just go on and be you. Everybody gonna dance out the blues. We're going down, down, down with every move. Skippy beats now. You lost your groove, then it's like down. For far too long, you gotta move your body to be strong. From your head to your shoes, you can win, you can lose. There'll be days you'll be down, you can turn it all around. Everybody gonna dance out the blues. Yeah, come on, play it.
Street. Take a breath, feel your power. You'll be dancing now for hours. Everybody gonna dance out the blues. You're flying up, up, up on every move. Feel your heartbeat. You're in the groove. It's like your 2 feet have left the ground. You gotta move your body to be strong. From your head
to your shoes, you can win,
you can
do. There'll be days you'll be down, you can turn it all around. Everybody gonna dance out the blues.
Everybody gonna dance out the blues.
Yeah, everybody gonna dance out the blues.
Come on.
Everybody gonna dance out the blues.
How do you spell blues?
B-L-U-E-S. Talking B-L-U-E-S. B-L-U-E-S. B-L-U-E-S.
All right, that was Gonna Dance Out the Blues, and that wraps up our song feature. So the album is called Into the Little Blue House. It is set for release in August. So let everybody know, Wendy and DB, where they can stream, download, buy that album, all of your other albums, and where they can find and connect with you guys on social media.
All right, go, Wendy.
Okay, we are on wendyanddb.com, www.wendyanddb.com, and that is DB as in the initials DB, and not an ampersand. It's and.com, and we are also on all the streaming services. We are on iTunes and Apple Music, but this album is not going to be released till August 22nd. And so you can buy it, though. You can pre-buy it on our website. And we will have, it will be on CD Baby as well once we release it. So it's just not there yet. But right now you can pre-order it and probably get it maybe a little early if you want to order it on our website.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, for everybody who is listening to this podcast before August 22nd, enjoy the sneak preview of some of the great songs from this album. All right. So what is in store for Wendy and DB for the rest of 2022?
Well, we got some things lined up. We're lining up, more performances. We've been really busy this summer. But now for the rest of this year, we're going to try to continue more of this and set up some performances, to promote the album. And we're just going to get out there and hopefully we can get to New York and a few other cities and do a little traveling. And like I say, get the album out there promoted and get to other kids in the other cities. That's one of the things we're trying to do.
We were just up at Wolf Trap, and we're looking at New York right now. We have the space we just confirmed. They're in Chicago. They're a well-known one. We're going to do a CD release in October. We're waiting to have the party a little bit because right now the blues musicians are super busy. So getting on their schedule is not going to be an easy coordinate, because all the musicians everywhere are so busy right now, making up for lost time. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with the release of this album and for everything you're going to do for the rest of the year. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having us, Patrick.
Thanks for having us, Patrick. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care.